Welcome to Meet the Team, where today we're interviewing my mortal nemesis, Jimmy!
Wrong side.
Hi everyone. Pleasure
It's the right side on my screen, but actually, if we're doing Jimmy's recording, my mortal nemesis, Jimmy! What is your job, / what do you do at SG?
Well, my job, I think, is a point of contention. I think my official job title is a digital youth worker. I'm active in the Discord communities. I kind of hang out with young people and play games with them and do quizzes with them and chat to them and all that kind of stuff. I'm just kind of there having fun. And I also have a committee of young people, and we're making the Spectrum Gaming Charter together and working on making the community a more democratic place with suggestions and all that kind of thing.
Woo!
And I'm also a safeguarding guy, but that's important, obviously. I'm not trying to put that down, but it's kind of in the background to other things.
I thought for a second you've been like, that's not important, obviously.
Yeah,
safeguarding? Never heard of that.
Like keeping children safe. Nah, sounds boring.
Yeah, that's the third most important part of my job. Yeah. I do the chess event as well. That's very important.
And you do a Fortnite event as well.
Yeah, I do. I do the Fortnite event too.
You're an epic
and
gamer.
Movie night.
Yeah.
I'm all
you
over
do everything.
Why does he get so much hate if he does so much then?
Exactly. I put so many hours in, so much hard work, and I get no recognition for it.
That's exactly why.
What's something you're good at / enjoy at SG?
I'm great at chess. That's one. What I enjoy doing most really is I like having kind of small groups and playing games with small groups of young people. I enjoy the bigger groups, but it's a good time having kind of 1 or 2 young people and just kind of playing some random game together and just trying to figure out how to play it. It's a lot of fun. I like that.
What's something you've learned from working at SG?
Mostly what I've learned from working at SG is just, and this is a very obvious answer, just a lot about autism. I've learned so much about autism and specifically how it can present in different people. Like, maybe I'm just a silly Billy, but I had no idea PDA existed, pathological demand avoidance existed, until I started SG.
What motivates you to work at SG / what motivated you to start working at SG?
So I got asked about this in my interview for this job, and I went back on my notes and I found my answer to it from then, and it is still the same, so I'm just going to tell you what I said in my interview. Autism is very important to me, but also every value that I personally think is important is upheld by SG, like the whole child-led nature of it, and believing that everybody does as well as they can, as they're in a situation to do. Having that whole ethos spread through the entire organization and through a generation of young people is really important, I think, and that's what motivates me to do it.
What is your favourite type of moth?
So, to be transparent, I did research for this question. I wanted to do more research for this question because I didn't want to be superficial and pick one strictly on its appearance. But I found one, its appearance I liked a lot, and then I tried to find anything out about it, and I couldn't find anything easily, so I gave up. And I should have put the effort in, but I'm sorry, and that's all I can say.
Yeah, that's right. You better be sorry.
I know, unacceptable.
You better be sorry.
Unacceptable.
But it's a moth called the ornate tiger moth, and it is amazing. It is like the most beautiful creature I've ever seen in my life.
I'm gonna look this up on my phone.
I'm searching out my dad's account, so he's gonna get a bunch of moth recommendations now. That's so cool.
That is really pretty. I remember we were talking about this question beforehand, and if I keep this bit in the video, I'm gonna put cool moth pictures on the screen because we found loads of cool moths.
Yes.
We did.
Do you collect anything? If so, what?
I watch a lot of films and movies, so I collect a lot of DVDs. I also collect mugs. I forgot to mention that in my notes, but me and Callum were talking about it just before this interview, and so it's here.
Can you show the mug you have with you? I love your mug.
Thank you. There you go. Can you see it? It's
Penguins.
Ooh.
My granddad gave me this mug. There's some little.
Cool.
I want to say what I collect. I collect buttons and I collect Sylvanian families. And I think those are very cool things to collect.
They are. I watched this documentary once, and it was just this woman traveling around chatting to people. And she met with this guy who collected buttons, and he just collected them off the ground whenever he found them. And he had literally like a wall full of shelves with all these different filed buttons under colour and size. The way he spoke about his buttons was just amazing. He was just talking about how he sees them as all these, like, thinking about how somebody has crafted that item and chosen to make all these notches in it and all that kind of thing. It's really interesting.
I can't even remember why I started collecting buttons. I just did, and I have a chest full of buttons. If you could speak with a historical figure, who would it be and what would it be about?
Callum's going to hate me for this, but I have some honourable mentions I wanted to name. I won't say what about, I'll just list them off very quickly, as I want to give them credit.
Quick fire round, let's go.
Ready? Cary Grant, Fidel Castro, Paolo Pressburger, Douglas Adams, Chantal Ackerman, Bill Withers, Brad Bird, David Byrne, Charlie Chaplin, Roger Deakins, Ronan Russell Mayle, Louis Buñuel, Marlon Riggs, Albert Brooks, Jacques Demy, the Coen Brothers, and Paolo Fieri.
Just a few.
And my actual answer, Callum's going to hate me even more for this, I have 3. My actual answers are... I just couldn't choose between these 3. There's this French 60s film director called Agnes Varda. She is the sweetest woman ever. She's the one who made the documentary I mentioned earlier on. I would love to just hang out with her and go to like an art gallery and just chat about stuff, because she is just the best. My second answer is Jim Henson, who is the guy who made the Muppets. He was just such a legend. He seems like such a nice guy. I know he's obviously not a performing monkey. I would love to see him do Kermit in person, though. I think it's one of the best performances ever. And my last answer is a guy called Ken Loach, who is still alive, unlike the other two, so this one is actually possible. He is an English film director. He made a film I really love called Kess. I'd love to chat to him about a lot of things. I don't want to get political. I'd like to chat to him about why he was kicked out of the Labour Party after 40 years of service to them, and all that kind of thing. I think he's amazing, and I'd love to chat to him about all that kind of stuff.
Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you Autismoids, the SG audience. Thank you to all 3 of the other people in the call with me. And
did you just call me a young person?
I said the people. I didn't specify young.
I thought you said all 3 of the young people in the call with
Yes.
Old decrepit man. Okay, the 2 young people and the dinosaur in the room.
That's better.
Bye!
The audio cut out when we all did that for me.
It did a little bit, but that was perfect. Thank you, team.